catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes.
Oh my goodness. What happened, guys? What happened? 38 points? Is Jimmy Butler your king? What happened? Let me see what happened tonight. 19 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Wasn't the fourth quarter when he was supposed to cook? Why in the world did Jalen Brunson have twice as many points than your king, Jimmy Butler? I thought he was him. He was supposed to stand over the New York skyline right behind me and treat the country or treat the city like it was his graveyard. I told you, Knicks in 7, and that starts by giving the Heat 3 wins. You got them now. Are you happy? You'll never see them again. Now, we're going to do what we've been doing since time immemorial, going to Miami and winning an elimination game there. And you know what's going to happen after that? Game 7 at the Garden. The Garden, as they said. We even tried to act like you today. We showed up late to the Garden. We don't do that. That's you guys. Making excuses about the traffic and everything, even though the arena's been there for 20 years. You know where it is. Oh, my God. I welcome your hate and your frustration because y'all have been trash all year. How in the world did you let Julius Randle go off from deep? 4 for 7 from 3, 24 points? 38 points from a guy that I'm taller than by like 5 inches? I thought RJ Barrett was trash. He gave you 26 points and 7 rebounds tonight. He doesn't impact games, remember? But what happened? Went up by 19. Y'all still couldn't finish? You let a one-legged Quentin Grimes snatch your king. I don't understand. That is, oh boy. Knicks in 7.
Get your whole ass off my screen. Fuck is you talking about? We're sorry that we had to put y'all through that. But hey, bro got to get his chance to cook. Last chance he gonna get all season. Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Postgame Show. Just how y'all feel about what we had to let Ricky do, we feel the same way. But we are here to restore order by telling y'all what the fuck's going on with your Miami Heat. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard, and I'm joined by 2 members of the Cain Gang, my boy Cain Kendall and my boy Cain TJ. Cain Kendall, how you doing this evening, bro?
Not well, sir. That was a game that was right there. We didn't win it. Them boys punched us, took their best punch, I feel like. Played their best brand of basketball. When we had Duncan Robinson, I think Haywood Highsmith, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, and Cody Zeller on the floor. And, you know, in those 2 minutes, somehow Haywood Highsmith was a minus 13. And it was just ugly for us, you know what I'm saying? And we still was right there. So I fully expect to win Game 6. But fuck, I want to win tonight because tonight was the next game. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the way that we got to take that. It is what it is because most people would agree that tonight was the night. Kane, TJ, how you feeling this evening?
Probably a little bit of the same, man. You know, they left food on the table, whole lot of dumb stuff. Guys missing in action that you wanted more from. Just you wanted to close them out tonight, man. If Jimmy is hurt, you want to get him as much rest as possible, especially with the other series extending as much as we see them extending. Looking like Boston and Sixers could go 7. So yeah, man, it sucks to not get it done tonight. But hey, that's what Game 6 is for.
No, for sure. So Miami dropped this game 112-103. In a game that they was down like 19. They came back, made it competitive, primarily on the back of motherfuckers like Duncan Robinson. And like that's what I'm saying. 55 was up. But yeah, like Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, and them, they showed up, and the role players kind of got us to the point where the game was within reach. And I tweeted this shit. I was like, the role players are taking us as far as they gonna take us, bro. It was time for 22 and 13 to close it, and we just wasn't getting 22 and 13. You know what I mean? Like Jimbo didn't give me, I don't know, nothing really. Like I wasn't, I you know what I mean? I felt like I wanted more, but I want to hear from y'all boys. So Ken, we're gonna start with you. Give me your thoughts from the overall game, bro.
I kind of understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's been working. We've been winning the like non-Jimmy minutes. In this game, I feel like it's on Jimmy first and foremost, the shooters, and then Spo. And I usually don't kill Spo, but I say Jimmy because I don't know. I just felt like he kind of settled for not getting to the rim. Like he didn't get into the paint and shoot like his mid-range jumper at all. Especially when we was bricking threes. Then the shooters because they was bricking threes. And I just felt like they was decent shots for the most part. I can't really hate on like the shot selection. I don't even think like Gabe Vincent kind of wilded out that much because he was in foul trouble, so he wasn't really on the court. But my man Kevin Love, bro, for all the great passing he does and helping on the boards, like he a brick, bro. Like he got to turn that around, like because his shots be honestly the easiest ones. Like those be the wide open looks, and if they can hit those, they'll kill them. And then I say Spo because that second quarter lineup on the road, I feel like I get not extending them like your starters and like your stars, but I don't know. I just felt like Cody Zeller could play like the last 3 minutes of the first, like get Bam a little stint because who knows my thing is if you get the lead and who knows you put them in the dirt, then Bam can sit in the fourth, like they can sit later. So I didn't like that. But my main point is just Jimmy. Like I thought defensively, it was the struggles early on, but he got it together. Kyle Lowry early on just decided, nah, I ain't really gonna shoot this pill today. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, bro, what are you doing? And then they decided to go to it. And I understood why they kept going to the threes late because they started getting stops. I do want to give Spo his credit because that man is a sick man. That is a disgusting individual. He says, let's wait until I'm down 18 points to run this zone and just fuck them up. And then they turn the game on his head. And this was the best Knicks game that they could play. Like, that was their best game, in my opinion. And Spo through that zone, it fucked them up. It stopped their offense. They got stagnant. We got out. Duncan started doing this thing. Bam. I wasn't really bothered by Bam too much because usually when we get down, at least, and we not hitting shots, like when we get down big leads, like we start 3-hunting. And that's what they did. Like, they started hunting threes. I just wish that the team overall, like once they start breaking them threes, they just never seem to be like, all right, like let's play through our stars, like just on some basic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't just post Jimmy and post Bam when they got down 12, 15. They just decided, all right, we just gonna keep playing this team ball movement, like offensive basketball and live with the result. And it wasn't working. And then they decided to go to the paint and then we started coming back. So yeah, that was my thought. It was frustrating because I thought that they could have beat them. They jumped out on their ass early, And then that second quarter, that second unit was straight ass, and it was downhill for them for the most part. And I would say coming out of half, they was trash. The starters, I don't even really remember what happened. I just know that they were scoring and we wasn't, to be real. And I think that's
our bench really outplayed theirs, like by a lot.
Yeah. But it was mostly late. But I would say if I feel like if the bench played well in the first half, then it would have been a whole different game. And then I think that second quarter and then the starters in the beginning of the third, like, it was like, and more Jimmy, like, bro, come out and close the door on them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And he was not in that bag at all. It seemed, I wouldn't say coasting, but he just wasn't getting to his spots. And they was doing a good job on him, to be honest.
Yeah, want to thank Dan the Film Jet with the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, well, that sucked, but oh well. Heat in 6. You already know what time it is, brother. Like, ain't nobody off of that. Like, it's not like the Knicks gonna beat us. It's just everybody really wanted this shit to be over with this evening, kind of get those extra days of rest. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is.
To be the first team just to say, like, yeah, we got to the conference finals as we got to the conference finals first before everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have just been
that bragging would have been lit. Daniel Rutledge, thank you for the $4.99 dono. He said, I can't allow one bad game from Jimmy, but I need 35 plus next game in a blowout Heat win. You probably gonna get something like that. I think Jimmy gonna come out like a psycho at the beginning of that next game because of the way he played in this game. Thank you, Luke Appalong, with the $4.99 dono. He said those missed threes from K Love was costly. Ref saved the Knicks 40 free throws to Miami's 20 as well. I don't really want to blame the ref, but to your first point, those Kevin Love threes, like Kendall said, those are the easiest shots that the team gets in their offense. Those are the Duncan Robinson threes. You know what I mean? Like, those are the ones that Duncan Robinson was hitting. The threes that Kevin Love was bricking. And if you have Kevin Love in that game and he's hitting these threes, then it offsets some of the rebounding that New York was able to do. But when he ain't hitting that shot, then it's kind of tough to leave him in there. Thank you, James Todd, with the $10 dono. He said, I've seen nothing from the Knicks that makes me worried. Me neither, bro. He said, we hit half-five threes, we win the game easily. I think we'll win on Friday, but if we get to game 7, I think we can win that game. I still think we can win that game. For real, I really do, but I really don't want to play game 7. I don't want to play with fire like that. One-game situations with the Miami Heat, it ain't really what I want to be in, big dog. Like, I don't want to play with fire like that with this team.
It's not going, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going, nah, it ain't going.
They have shown us time and time again that they will fucking fail you. Just win the shit at 6, start a new series. Zero Bell, thank you for the $4.99 dono. He said, it felt like we lost some composure towards the end, missing free throws and dumb fouls. Knicks were giving us the game. That, to the greater point, that was Jimmy. Like, in those situations, Jimmy is supposed to be the one to close us. He closed the game, and he didn't do that. Thank you, Justin Bless, with the $1.99 dono. He told us $600 for an L. Boy, ain't nobody giving us $600. I'm scared. Not a chance, ho.
I think he went to the game.
Oh, he went to the game. Oh. I'm glad you lost money, bitch.
Could be me for $600.
I'm glad he lost money. TJ, give me your thoughts on the game. Particularly, I like your name, bro. Barista Trevor.
Yeah, that boy, man. In a closeout game, I expected him to, show up big, but like Kendall said, it just felt like he was like coasting, or he wasn't impacting the game, and it's that Jimmy not doing that. He hasn't had like a Jimmy game this series. The numbers have been there, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't had like that Jimmy game like he had against the Bucks, where you're like, okay, he's him, and I think that may have game. I mean, yeah, kind of, but it wasn't.
He kind of didn't have to, like, a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But it's just like what are you talking about, Ricky? But he just hasn't like taken over to where it's just been like Jimmy is the guy, Jimmy is that man and the best playoff performer. That he hasn't had to be, but he just hasn't impacted the game like I wanted him to. Between that and the shooting has not been there like the last 3 games, which is very worrisome, especially moving on into the next round, bro. Like, dude's got to make shots, bro. Kevin Love has to make shots. Max Strus can't start the game 2 for 8. Duncan Robinson started to come on late, but like we need you making shots, bro. Gabe Vincent needs you making shots, bro. Caleb, he had a great second half, but like we need him making shots, dog. Like that. That's how the Miami Heat win. You feel me? That's how they beat Milwaukee. They were shooting the shit out the ball. So that has to be the case. The Knicks are going to allow you to not be able to shoot bad and still win, which is cool. Do what you got to do to win this series. But moving on, bro, like the shooting has to come back. So the shooting, Jimmy impact on the game, like we need to see him come out guns a-blazing in Game 6. You feel me? I need him going crazy. I was fine with what Bam did. I was cool with everything he was doing. Defensively, he was giving up some dumb shit to Julius Randle. But other than that, man, just dude's got to make shots, man. Dude's got to make shots and stop doing the dumb shit that allowed the Knicks to go on these runs, man. Giving up dumb offensive rebounds, that's unnecessary. Closing out way too hard on bad shooters, like leading the dribble drives. Like, just stop doing all the dumb shit and it'll be fine. So, in a game that they should have won very easily, they end up shooting 30% from the 3-point line. Like, that shit's a no-no. Like, stuff like that, man. They just got to figure it out.
Yeah, no matter how hard Josh Hart tried to give us this game, we just would not take it. That boy's ass. He is dog shit as a basketball player. But to that greater point, like, I think what happened is Miami been able to get away with the bad shooting in this series because they've been able to out New York. Like, that's kind of like we play the same style of ugly ass hustle basketball. Miami's just better at it. Like the national media, nobody else really thinks that, but like we know we're better at this ugly basketball shit than New York is, and primarily because we have Jimmy. So tonight the results were ugly basketball. We end up back in the game, and these are the opportunities that Jimmy's supposed to close, but he just didn't. I'm seeing some people talk about the ankle, and look, bro. I don't know how many times we got to tell y'all this.
Not doing that.
I do not care. I'm not doing that. If you out there, you are healthy. And so I need you to perform. But let's get into some of these individual guys. And I want to start with Jimmy. Like, why, Kendall? Why was Jimmy so ineffective tonight?
Shit, I'm going to be real. I don't know. Because, yeah, he hasn't been as efficient like in the series. And that's kind of a given. Like, given the fact, like, it's kind of expected, I'll say a little bit, like, given the fact that who he's going against. Like, the Knicks as a team collectively, like, they're very good defensively, and they have, like, hard grinds where it's just, like, they ain't Drew Holiday where they got to, like, try to give them buckets on the other side. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just can lock in on defense and just go from there. But I feel like Jimmy, like, I'll be honest, like, I was at the game 4. And tonight I saw it again. It only happened one time. Like, so far in this series, I won't say it, like, overall, but in this series, Jimmy can't guard Julius Randle. Like, it's just not working. Like, every time Jimmy's getting a couple switches, like, it seems like Randle's getting to where he wants to go. And then Jimmy just had these, like, lapses. And that's another thing. Bam had a couple, too. Bam had one on the closeout where, like, Randle drove at the 3-point line. And, like, he, like, Euro'd, and I don't remember what happened after that. I think it led to a foul. But,
he passed out of that shit.
Mm-hmm. But Jimmy, like, it was 2 times. One time Gabe had RJ Barrett. RJ drove to the rim. Gabe was right there with him, put his hand straight up, contested. But Jimmy, like, came over for some reason. He missed the shot. And, yeah, Hartenstein.
That one was actually one of the more egregious ones because they were talking about it on the broadcast. How Jimmy didn't need to come over because it was so late in the shot clock.
And there was already in good position at the elbow where Brunson picked up his dribble against, and I think Caleb was guarding him. And then he came over there, and then Brunson just threw the ball right behind Jimmy, and it was another dunk. So it was, and I think that's more of the fact because
same thing happened to Bam too.
Oh, it happened to Bam too?
Same thing happened to Bam, but yeah.
With that little Mitchell Robinson dump off right behind him.
Yeah.
I think the main problem was the fact that we kind of we had Jimmy at the like, I hate saying the position, but he was technically at the 4 on defense. And him being at the 4 on defense means, well, honestly, the 5, to be real. Because he was guarding Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson on those possessions, like, by design. And
we couldn't have Kevin Love on the floor.
Exactly. So, and he just had lapses, maybe because he's not used to being in that position. To be honest, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But yeah, that's why I think really like offensively, he was kind of making plays, so I wasn't really too bothered by that. But even on defense, he still had 4 steals. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he had that block in the corner on a Barrett 3, I believe. Like, so it's not like he didn't make an impact, but it just wasn't like playoff Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we got the scoring impact. We got the everything else, but we didn't get the scoring impact that we've become accustomed to with Jimmy in these moments. Like, it's like, all right, dog. Like, yeah, I get it. You playing hella defense or whatever, doing more than what you're supposed to be doing. But it's like same thing that we talk about with Bam. Like, now we need you to put the ball in the hole, and we just didn't get that from Jimmy tonight. Dan the Film, thank you for the $5 dono. He said, despite the loss, at least Bam put Hardesty on a poster. Let's finish this in Game 6. I ain't gonna hold you. That Bam dunk had me out. Like, that shit had me geek, bro. Like, bro, punch that bitch.
Hell yeah.
But TJ, I want you to talk about Jimmy tonight, bro. What you saw from his game?
I saw a little bit of this at the end of Game 4. The Knicks, like, they guard him pretty well. Bro, he sees 3 bodies at a time when he gets in the paint. Like, and they slide like their entire defense towards the way he's driving or the way he's like setting up. So they make him get off the ball a lot more. So it's harder for him to get looks. Tonight we just saw it from like start to finish, man. It was tough for him to get to the spots that he really wanted to get to. A lot of his shit was off like putbacks and offensive rebounds, shit like that. Like, so they're guarding him very well. But it's still I feel like it was missing something. You know, it was missing that punch where he was passive in some moments. I think he had like 9 assists, so he was playmaking pretty well. But like, I don't know, man. It felt like they needed a Jimmy game, especially to close, and we just weren't getting it, man. A lot of the lapses, like Kendall was saying, he got ripped like 2 times, like real odd situations, man. He drove on 3, got stripped from behind. It results in the transition bucket, and then another one, Quentin Grimes just rips him straight up. Like,
look like
Quentin Grimes had damn near broke his leg.
Yeah.
So specific in how he was going to attack him instead of just like going at him, and it was just
exactly.
Like,
man,
got that shit ripped. So like I don't know, man. It was just a weird Jimmy game, bro. Like, he's just doing a bunch of shit that's just not characteristic for him. So I don't know, man. I think he obviously figures it out, but it was just a weird Jimmy game, bro.
No, for real. I think you made a good point about the way that the Knicks are guarding him. The Knicks, to their credit, have adjusted to Jimmy Butler, and they have done a whole lot more to just kind of keep him from getting to his shit. Particularly like you mentioned, like points in the paint. They have done more to like force him into taking those mid-range jumpers as opposed to giving him the easy buckets that he uses to get himself going. Want to thank Ralph Torres with the 199. Don't know. He said Heat go as far as their 3-point shooting. Period. No, I don't know. In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. In this series in particular, I don't think that that's the case. Like, I don't think Miami needs to shoot well to beat New York. They just have to out-hustle them. And if they do that, then they win. Because that's all New York has. Like, New York only has hustle. The girl, the caller said with the 199, don't know. She said, you see my boy Moses there?
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
For sure. I do want to get to Bam a little bit because, like I said, like, I thought Bam played all right now. Just being real with you. Like, I won't say that Bam was aggressive, but he wasn't a hoe out there. Like, that's what I will say. Like, I could have used more, him looking for his own shot, but I felt like he was consistently engaged and he played well except for a few lapses. TJ, we're gonna start with you on the Bam conversation. You feeling the same? Like, how did you feel about Bam's game?
I don't really know. Like, bro was cool. It wasn't nothing special. I mean, he caught a body, and he was good late. Like, it felt like a lot of the stretches where Jimmy just wasn't really doing anything, wasn't being assertive. Bam felt like he had to, make his impact felt. So he was hitting the mid-range jump shot, trying to do his best to get to the free throw line. But like, bro was cool. He wasn't nothing too crazy. Like he was. I mean, the bar is in hell right now, but he was the best player on the floor for the Heat. So like, that's cool, I guess. But like, it was just a cool Bam game, man. It wasn't nothing insane. He did the thing defensively, had lapses defensively, just like the whole team did. So I don't know, it was cool.
I feel like we at the point where we shouldn't be having blah Bam games. Like, yeah, he had 18 and 8. So yeah, he did stuff and he made an impact, but the impact still felt blah, a lot like Jimmy's. Kendall, were you getting that same vibe, or did you feel like Bam like made a major impact on the game?
Half the game, for sure, and like 70% of the game because late, he was good. It's just this thing, bro. Like, one, we play slow, we don't play fast, so it's like once we start shooting these threes, like I know in my mind, he ain't getting shots. Like it ain't. But they've been running this action where that he stands like near the 3-point line and he usually catches it and like turns and
in
like
the corner.
In the corner. Today, he attacked off of that, and I just don't understand like why we just don't go to that. Like, there's never like a concerted effort where you watch the Heat and it's just like in that rut where we not making threes. It's like, all right, like try to play through the man. Like, I don't think he's this offensive star, but like at least try to play through him. And I just felt like in the opportunities he had the ball, like he was aggressive, like looking to score. But then they got down and Duncan started hitting threes. And at that point, I dead ass didn't care. Like, I was just like, okay, I get it. Because the nasty thing about Duncan, he has to be on the court.
I had a flashback, bro.
In 3 possessions,
go ahead. I want you to cook.
He can flip the game on his head. Like, I don't care what nobody say. It's nasty, but that's just who he is at this point. Like, he can dead ass.
I had a flashback. I had a flashback to like 2019 during the game when it felt like they were looking. Nobody else was looking for a shot. They were looking to get Duncan Robinson the ball. And everybody who had watched this team knew it, bro. Like, because nobody else looked to shoot that bit. They just tried to get it right back to Duncan. Finish cooking, bro.
Yeah, and like I kind of got it, but like during like a little stretch, like early in the fourth. But later on, no. Like I was just like, okay. Once it got to like 91-97 and it was like 5 minutes left, I believe, and they took a timeout, I was like, okay, now is the time where Jimmy's in the post and Bam is in the post. Or and just play out of it. I didn't give a fuck. Like, because what they gonna do, like TJ said, they gonna, like, Jimmy for sure gonna draw through. And Bam and Jimmy, that chemistry, like off of Jimmy posting up has been good. Like in the last game, Bam was driving off of Jimmy, like cutting, and he was finishing. So, and it's been to get offensive rebounds. And that's another thing. I think Bam had like 4 offensive rebounds. So I think that's a place where you can look and you can kind of tell, like, okay, yeah, he wasn't playing like no hope. But it's just like the offense went so stale, and I just felt like they went 3 hunting in that fourth. And so it was a weird game. It wasn't like nothing crazy. You can't really be mad at him, I feel like. He was efficient. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just wish if we struggle offensively, like I would like to see them like try to feature him like at the elbow, like on the low block. Like they did it once and it was weird. It was just like, I'm like, okay, now y'all want to do it instead of like once everybody know it's completely shit. But yeah, I'm just not concerned. That's the funny.
I think what it is like I think what it is like, no, because we're playing the Knicks, bro. So we all like are pretty confident that this next game is gonna be what it is. I think for Bam, it's like you can play through Bam as like a hub from anywhere that you kind of get him the ball, and we choose to do it in one way, which is dribble handoff shit,
bro.
As opposed to like
it's frustrating as fuck.
Like
because
like, I think
if he could pass, he could pass. Like, he could pass. You have Caleb Martin on the floor. You have Kyle Lowry on the floor.
He played point guard for us in a playoff game.
That's what I'm saying. So just like Spo, like we didn't go to that action where he had Bam at the top and Jimmy was like cutting off the baseline. Like we just didn't go to it. And I'm like, let's do it. Like, and it's just weird.
And that shit was kind of crazy though, because we didn't really have Gabe handling the ball this game either. Like Jimmy was on the ball. And I want to talk that. Like, is that part of the reason why Jimmy had the game that he had? Because it didn't feel like Gabe was facilitating the offense at all. It felt like it was running through Jimmy the whole game, TJ.
Yeah. This reminded me like a first year Jimmy, when the ball was in his hands a ton, and he was doing a bunch of playmaking and was like just chilling, but he was coming up with 9 and 10 assist games real regularly. That's what this game felt like. A lot more Gabe off the ball, coming off actions, a lot more looking for Strus, a lot more looking for shooters in general. So yeah, it definitely felt this. It probably went hand in hand with him having the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
But Gabe, to your point though, in the first half, I think it was really the foul trouble, Gabe's foul trouble, which forced Jimmy to have the ball.
3,
Gabe,
right? Like 3 early.
Yeah, he had 3 early. He had 4 assists at halftime. I think he was like 2 or 7, but he had 4 assists at halftime. So I think in the second half, like once Jimmy really had the ball, the playmaking stuff, like where, like you say, Royal, that's when it really like shined, I guess.
Did that play a role in like Kyle Lowry, I guess? And I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but I'm just talking off the cuff now. But did that play a role in Kyle Lowry's kind of like bad game? Because Kyle Lowry ended up playing 31 minutes tonight, and that's like pretty high for what we've been giving him recently. Like, do you think that had an effect on him, TJ?
I think Gabe was just in hell. You know,
Not Gabe, I'm talking about Kyle. Like, do you think that affected the way Kyle played?
No, I'm talking about Kyle. I think Gabe was in hell. He was in foul trouble, which means Kyle had to play more, which is in like an ideal situation. But then Kyle was also like in a bad spot because it was like a different way of him, you know, getting to his rhythm. You know, we see a lot of like Gabe and Kyle together. There was not a lot of that tonight. Like Kyle was he was just in a different spot, you know. Then the rotations was different than they usually were, just because of all the foul trouble. There's players in and out all the time, you know. It was a lot of Kyle being linked with Cody Zeller, which is fine. Like they got some weird 2-man game going on, but like I don't know, man. It was just a weird game overall. So I think like everybody was just in a different spot than they usually were, just because of the way that the game was going. And it led to the disappointing games that we had from everybody. So like, and then Kyle wasn't looking for a shot in the first half either, which didn't help anything at all. And then when he finally did decide he wanted to do it, he hit 2 or 3 here, and then it was just back to square one with him. So it was just a weird game, bro. Just a weird game for everybody.
You brought up Zeller. Him and Hospital's minutes got cut to shit tonight. Like Zeller only played 9 minutes. Hot shit only played but 3, which is cool. Like, because I don't think either one of them have been particularly less. Fuck is you talking about? Alan Porter with the 2 Aussie bucks. He said, "How we feeling?" I'm not worried at all. I don't think we worried at all either, bro. Like,
no, brother.
Like, this shit.
We do not care.
No, we do not care about this game. It's just that, like, I look for, because y'all gotta understand, when the Heat get a break, we get a break. You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
I could have used a couple extra days, so you know what I mean, waiting for the next series, just kind of. But yeah, just watching the game. Just watching the game like I'm trying to do now. Watching LA and all.
I want to say something about Bam, and it's more the Heat and Spo. When are they going to, like, I don't think they ever will. Not anytime soon. Like, when are they going to treat that man like a 2-time All-Star, 4-time, like, all-defensive selection? Like, 39 minutes? Like, I get it. But in that fourth, when we cut it, what was he? It was like a 10-point lead going into the fourth, no? Like,
yeah, it was 10 points going into the fourth quarter.
So why is Zeller playing? You know what I'm saying?
Don't know.
That's what
I don't know.
Is with Spo. It's like, extend Bam.
You mean like play Bam the whole fourth quarter?
Yeah, like, I don't get why Jimmy playing 43 and Bam playing 39. It's like
And on top of that, when they got 2 players on the Knicks that's playing the whole game. Jalen Brunson played the whole 48, and you need to match his impact, because I mean, they was talking about it on the broadcast again. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, like, and in those, like, that time, like, that's when you can feature Bam as your scorer. Like, instead of Cody Zeller out there, because personally, like, I hate Gabe Vincent starting. Well, I don't like Gabe Vincent at all. But when Gabe Vincent, like, is on the court, I kind of think that Bam Adebayo becomes just like this, get it out the mud. Like, if you get the ball, maybe, because it's just weird with the energy with Gabe. But when Kyle Lowry and Bam are in the game together, like, I'm like, okay, I know Kyle Lowry can run a pick and roll and he can probe his way and get Bam the ball. Like, at a nice
what
rate.
it is the secondary ball handler in the game with Gabe in those lineups is Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Neither one of those guys are particularly adept at getting Bam the ball. With Kyle Lowry, it's easier for him to do it. Like, it's just because he's better.
And that's what I'm saying. In that second unit, at least in the second half, get Zeller the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Zeller should have played in the fourth quarter at all. I'm pretty sure it was probably 2-3 minutes, but I just don't think he should have been out there. Like, because I think if Bam played,
still the minutes.
If Bam
still the minutes where you can in the first half.
Yeah.
TJ, what's your thoughts on that? Kind of like the whole Bam Jimmy not playing as much dynamic. Is that on Spo?
Oh yeah, that's definitely on Spo. I mean, in a game where Quentin Grimes is playing 48 minutes for the New York Knicks, I mean, them boys is unloading the chopper. You feel me? And yeah, especially like going down, like with the way things were going in the third quarter, like the second half of the third quarter, they started coming back a little bit. It cut their lead down from 19 to like Kendall said, 10 going into the fourth. Duncan Robinson is obviously he heating up a little bit. You want Bam in there for that. So it's just understanding the moment, man. And I feel like that's another thing that the Heat just they just miss sometimes. Is just understanding okay, fuck everything else that's going on, bro. It's right now. You feel me? It's a closeout game. Obviously, the Knicks are cooking. We're gonna need to play our stars as much as possible to get these boys out the way, because you don't want it. The last thing you want to do in a closeout game is give a team life. You feel me? And while I don't feel like that it changes anything in terms of the way that the series is gonna go, it's bad patterns, bro. You can't build bad habits. You feel me? So when it comes to the moment, and another thing, with the 3-point shooting, how they just kept shooting instead of making some adjustments. They just don't understand the moment. So understand the moment, play your stars, let them go out firing. So
yeah, I think the stars should be able to tell Spo, I'm not getting out the fucking game too. Do they do that?
No. Bam's a team player. He does not do that.
But Jimmy feels like somebody who would do that, but he ain't doing it either.
Not tonight, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way he was playing, I guess you can't. I want to thank the boy Justin for giving us $4.99, giving me $4.99. After watching this game and having to produce a podcast for no pay, you already know you're going to need insurance. Like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Q or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement sent you. Email my boy at jpew@simplehealthadvisor.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that's 321-345-7738. We want to thank the people over at Simple Health Advisors and James Pugh in particular for sponsoring the Basement Sports Network as well as this post-game show. We don't care about Justin Lobb. That money was for me. I kind of don't have nothing else to talk about with this game because I don't think it was real.
Do.
By all means, Cook.
55 is back. Ladies and gentlemen, he took a brief hiatus. They wanted to assassinate the man's character. They wanted him playing no rotational minutes, but he saved the game tonight. 55 said, Bam don't want to show. Fuck, what are you talking about? He said Bam don't want to show up late. Jimmy want to play passing. We ain't seen a good shooter since the first quarter. 55 said, get in my Duffy, man. Duncan Robinson, bro. Shout out to you, 55. I'm proud of you. I know you only playing 13 minutes next game. You're only gonna go 1 for 8, brother. But I appreciate your contributions for tonight. I appreciate your contributions for tonight.
God is dumbass. but yeah, I mean, Doc plays great. That was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the thing is, like, other teams still respect him. Therefore,
bro, wait. Because I saw something to my girl's point, the coldest point. I saw a Kyle, Duncan, Jimmy, Caleb, Bam lineup out there, which is the original starter sub and Duncan for Tyler. It was functional.
You just can't help yourself.
You
can't help yourself.
I'm talking about what I actually saw.
Started, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what I'm saying?
Y'all some sick niggas, bro. Y'all niggas are sick.
Bro, did it not, though, TJ? Did it not?
All right, wait. I got it.
Here go the bullshit.
I fucking got it. You know why we lost this fucking game tonight? Because a bitch ass nigga dove for a ball that he wasn't gonna get. Where
we could have used 20 points,
Tyler Herro. We needed you. You went 0 for 0 for. We could have used 11 of them things tonight. But no. You want to have culture. You want to have heart all of a sudden. You want to do the little things.
Come on,
you ain't never dove for a ball in your life. In a Heat uniform, at least. And you dove. Nah, let me chill on that, man. But your bitch ass can't come back because I'm tired of seeing Haywood Highsmith on the playoff floor for the Miami.
Hey, bro, I've been hearing motherfuckers been talking that shit. I've been hearing motherfuckers talking that shit. He ahead of schedule. Good for me. Come on back.
Because we can put Haywood back at the deli. Because them minutes that he played, brother played 3 minutes. Oh, no. This nigga had the...
Yeah, it's real.
He had the Tony Snell special.
Bro, he was minus 13 in 3 minutes, bro. Plus minus not a real stat unless I want it to be. And when it comes to that motherfucking Haywood Highsmith, I want it to be. Minus 13 in 3 minutes?
Bro, how is that possible, bro?
He could have not been involved in anything, bro. But you know what that just says about him? Like that his vibe and just his game ain't welcoming to the playoff basketball. NBA basketball.
Not real. Yeah, he's not real. Like, he's not a real player, bro.
Bro, like everybody else
like,
besides
Shammy
Kyle.
Wells from...
Bro, we was even plugging.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Nigga is like a he that nigga spawned from the backyard game league. You know, with the little nigga Pablo and all them games.
What? Boy, Pete Willer, bro? What you talking about, bro?
He spawned from one of them games, bro. He for sure spawned from one of them games into like real life and just found his big goofy ass like with a 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan or whatever and was just like, dude. And you know why he's on our team? He's on our team because D-Wade's last home game in Miami. When D-Wade tried to throw that bitch off the backboard and dunk it, that's the only. And Haywood Highsmith broke it up. They saw that and they was like, "Oh,
when he was with Philly."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
He does not. Yeah, bro, he's trash, and I never want to see him play basketball again. Max Strus was all right tonight, kinda.
He was.
Go ahead, Kendall. What you was about to say?
I was burnt. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to move forward. I was about to look at towards the next game. But we all can talk about Strus after. But this might not be such a bad thing to get my boy Jim right. Because if what's tomorrow, Thursday? If the Philadelphia 76ers happen to beat the Boston Celtics tomorrow,
hey,
you know, talking crazy on this pod. I'm talking bananas on here, bro.
Somebody is finna be trained, TTG, trained to go on Friday. Jimmy is going. He out for blood. If he know he get to play Philly, I like the way things worked out. This loss might be. This loss might readjust the chakras. Someone we used to do this with. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking though that Miami was starting to get a little bit too much gas. You know what I mean? Like, even though it ain't been much, like motherfuckers have gone out their way not to talk about Miami, but I felt like even a little bit that little Joy Taylor thing, while it was cool or whatever, I ain't like it. Felt like people starting to like respect Miami too much. Nah, don't disrespect them, boy.
For real,
disrespect them, bro. I need that. I need them to feel like
you can say
I need them boys to feel like them, though.
I don't want to hear about that.
No, exactly. I ain't winning that. You're still losers. How about that? Because if y'all need somebody to bully y'all, you know who will be here in the wings.
Please.
If you bitches don't win game 6.
They better.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of they better, TJ, the boy feeling good about game 6?
I'm feeling good, but I'm looking right at the camera on you niggas. Y'all better win. Otherwise, I'm hopping in my vehicle. I'm driving down to Florida. It's going to be a hostage situation. Something's going to go down. I need to see somebody immediately. But I'm feeling good, man. He in 6, man.
Well, for sure, no. For sure. Pick me up in Tallahassee on your way down.
I got you, gang.
When we get down there, I know a few folks that would love to get in this vehicle. On the way. You know what I'm saying? Killer, the boy feeling good?
Hey, man. The boy's feeling amazing. 109 to 88. 109 to 94. I give him sprinkle a sun on the side. But yeah, we said earlier that we don't want to give them life. I mean, niggas had to play 48 minutes. They dying, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear about. I'm saying fuck the Knicks fans because I didn't heard about Brunson ankle. Nigga play 48 minutes.
Come on now, brother scored 38
points. To be okay to me.
All right.
But yeah. It's 3 players over there that have the capability, let's say, to be good players. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna. Well, one of them's a good player. The other 2 fugazi. And that is Randall Barrett and Brunson. Stop one of them, Miami.
Just one.
Also, you got it like them boys 38, 26, and 24. They are not KD, Steph, and Clay. I can promise you. They're not them. Just stop one. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is stop one. And we good. So the boy feeling good. But trust you me, if these sluts bust it open and happen to lose this game.
Oh, that little fucker. yo, motherfucking ass. Hey, bro, listen, bro.
Hey.
I'm gonna stay with God right now, bro. And just go ahead and tell y'all what they gonna do, because they better do. He about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about, bro? Look, dog. The RJ Barrett shit, stop him from driving, let him shoot threes, he will stop himself. If you want to make one of them shoot more than the rest of them, let Julius Randle be the one to do it. Like, I don't think you can do too much about Jalen Brunson because he pushed off like Jason Tatum and they let him. So, you know the game plan. You've done it multiple times. Do it this game now, please. Please. Because, brother, y'all were around when y'all disappointed us in the regular season. Don't disappoint me in the playoffs. I will spend 2 hours karate-sizing your ass on this stream. Don't fucking play with my top, bro. Win this game, bro. Let's get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, and everybody can drink champagne and jump around for a little bit before reality inevitably meets us.
Okay, let's go.
That reality check gonna hit like dope, but we already won if we make it through this round. So thank you guys in the comments as always. Let's join the show, making it much more fun.
Do me up. Either way it go, I won.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't want already. Thank you to everybody for the Kane game. My boy Kane, TJ, Kane Kendall, fuck Ricky J. Mark, and Kane Justin for producing. We'll see y'all Friday. Play the video, Justin.
Oh.